All right, ladies and gentlemen, Thursday night. So it is August 24th, opening weekend. We got Provision Academy taking on Scarborough. So we're still trying to figure out the Provision Academy mascot. As of now, we're just going to call them Provision Academy or PVA versus the Scarborough Spartans. So we are set to kick, and opening kick for opening week end is starting to go. So bobbled at about the 27 and going to go right in between about the 30 and 35, so probably about the 33-yard line. So we're going to see exactly where they're going to actually set up shop there for the Scarborough Spartans. So Scarborough Spartans, the quarterback is Orion Harvey, and then the running back is Cameron Davis. So we're going to see exactly what we can do here, ladies and gentlemen. So ball is actually going to be smack dab at about the 35-yard line, far hash. So this is Scarborough Spartans' first opportunity, opening drive here. Like I said, week 1, Thursday evening, August 24th. So traditional setup, you got both receivers and center go to the line before the quarterback. So quarterback with, I believe, about 2 running backs flanked behind him, and actually going to go direct snap, and that is going to go, easily, still on his feet. He's going to go past midfield, anywhere between the 40 and 35. So great job. That's going to be number 1, and I believe that's going to be Orion Harvey, the quarterback. So like I said, a little direct snap out of the shotgun right away, not skipping a beat. I believe the offensive coordinator for Scarborough is Ernest Grant. So Ernest Grant as known across the football circles overall. Phenomenal offensive coordinator is Ernest Grant. So we have shotgun formation, and it looks like one wideout flank to either side. So they are now in PVA territory. Ryan going to go, and he's going to get just for, it's going to be about a yard or 2 loss overall. So it looks like it's going to be right around the 40, so that's going to bring up, I believe, second and about 12. So Scarborough Spartans are led by Orion Harvey, the quarterback, and Cameron Davis, the running back. All right, so Orion Harvey bringing his troops to the line, shotgun formation, and it's going to be one wideout flank to either side of the hash. So Ryan Harvey going to immediately, high snap, going to hand the ball off to the running back. Great job there, and that is going to be Cameron Davis, or Cameron Davis. So phenomenal run for that young man. So it looks like ball is going to be placed at about the 31 and a half, maybe 32-yard line, so middle of the hash, and that's going to bring up third and maybe about 3 yards. So ball is, right, I said, about 32-yard line, 31-yard line. So quarterback gonna go, and once again, a little high snap there, but he's going to be brought down by PVA. So number 50, among others, in there on the stops. That's going to be ruled either a tackle for a loss or a sack. So now ball is going to be placed at about the, let's say, 39-yard line. So Scarborough 0-0 tie as of right now. Okay, so Twins flank to the far side of the football field. Looks like there's going to be 2 running backs, one on either side of the quarterback, with one tight end kind of flanked out. Looks like PVA might be stacking the box. So going to go, fumble, and then we're going to see who brings down that football. Okay, so it looks like Scarborough did recover that, and that is going to be number 3 for Scarborough. And that is going to be Alec Jackson. So it looks like across the board, both teams are going to have players playing from the bench, or have a bench. Definitely looks like PVA has a few more players than Scarborough does. Okay, so ball is going to be still in PVA territory. It is about the 43-yard line. So far hash, and actually, let's just see. So that was actually turnover of downs, and that is going to be actually PVA. So flag on the field, and we're going to see what this one was about. Okay, so there was a legal substitution in effect here. So ball is going to be at the, let's see, so ball is still going to be placed at the 43-yard line. So PVA inside their own territory. So they're going to kind of just like wave off the penalty. So a quarterback under center, looks like 3 running backs flanked behind him. And we're still trying to see, it looks like they're going to go to the left for a minimal gain, still trying to pick out who exactly the ball carrier was on that one. Looks like it might possibly could have been 46 for PVA. Okay, so ball now is placed at the 46-yard line, so second and about 6 to go. So quarterback under center with 3 running backs flanked behind him. He's going to pitch it to the near side hash, still on his feet, and he's going to cross midfield. So great little run there by the ball carrier. It looks like that was number 4 for PVA. Still trying to come up with the name there. Looks like that's Isaiah Glass. The senior running back also plays DB, so we're going to see exactly. Going to be a 3rd and short situation, possibly be about 3rd and 1. So PVA on the near hash. Like I said, 3rd and about 3rd. Yeah, let's make it about 3rd and 1, maybe 3rd and maybe yard and a quarter, yard and a half. So we're going to see exactly what PVA does. This is their first opening drive, so they are in Scarborough territory. We're going to see if they can capitalize and convert this 3rd down opportunity. So PVA with 3 running backs flanked behind him. Ooh, and that's going to be a fumble. Luckily for PVA, it looks like that the furthest back running back was able to recover that fumble. Okay, so clock continues to run, so under 7.5 to go in this opening quarter. We had approximately an 8 p.m. start. Okay, so we're going to start right at the 50, exactly smack dab midfield. So PVA, exactly the 50. Again, once again, bobbled snap, so a little bit of miscues that we're seeing between the center and the quarterback for PVA. So we're going to see if PVA can kind of clean up on that mistake, like we said earlier. So they did play each other opening game last season, and it was a final score of 30-8. So a 22-point advantage. So basically about 3 touchdowns and an extra point difference between the 2 teams. Okay, so 49-yard line here, and we are going to see, it looks like a turnover of downs. So it looks like we're going to get Scarborough now on the attack. So ball is going to be just in PVA territory, so they are slightly on the near side hash. Looks like twins flank to the far side of the football field. Quarterback barking out the signals, trying to see what he can do. Going to decide to call his own number, and he is going to get a positive gain of probably about 5 or 6 yards. We're going to see exactly where they're going to place that football. So second about 5. Looks like it's going to be inside PVA territory, just inside PVA territory. Ball is going to be far side hash, and it's at the 44-yard line for Scarborough. So Scarborough with twins flank to the near side of that football field. Looks like PVA going off of kind of like a 4-2-5 defense. And now we're going to have the quarterback going to hand the ball off to the running back. Running back with a little bit of moves, I believe, that Cameron Davis still on his feet. He's going to go misdirection. He's going to be between the 20 and 25-yard line. So that's Cameron Davis, number 2. He kind of had that breakout scrimmage. It was last week against Wisdom at Wisdom, I believe. Yeah, something like 3 or 4 touchdowns. So kind of like put on an offensive display. So Cameron Davis looking to see if he can do that again tonight. Looks like he's going to be offside on the defense. They're going to decline it. And so clock, it looks like it's continued to run under 6 minutes to go in this opening quarter. So twins flank to the far side of that football field. And it's going to be Orion Harvey, the quarterback, with 2 running backs, 1 flanked on either side of him. Like we said, twins flank to the far side of that football field. Going to go in number 3. Ooh, flag on the play. So we're going to see. So usually when the flag is in that vicinity, that tends to be a possible holding. So we're going to see exactly what they call on that one. So that was number 3 for Scarborough, Alex Jackson, the receiver. I believe he also plays a little running back. Yeah, it looks like a holding penalty, so they are going to march it back. Looks like about 10 yards, so it's going to be now at their own, well, not their own, but PVA's 31-yard line. So that is going to bring up, to get to the first down, they got to get to the 16. So that's going to be about a 15-yard. So it's going to bring up a, looks like 1st and 15 now. Okay, so we're going to have Scarborough now 31 at PVA with twins flank to the near side of that football field. He's going to call his own number. Still on his feet, the quarterback, and he's brought down probably about the 27, 28-yard line. So we're going to see exactly where they're going to place that football. Okay, so bringing up a second opportunity, Orion Harvey going to hand the ball off to the running back. Running back still on his feet, like I said, just doing a phenomenal job making cuts, and he is going to get inside the 10, so that is going to be Cameron Davis. So kind of the playmaker, one of the top playmakers for Scarborough. Like I said, we saw a tremendous offensive output last week in the scrimmage. It looks like he's not skipping a beat. Ooh, looks like another holding penalty for Scarborough. So all that positive yardage for Cameron Davis is going to be all for naught. So it looks like that's going to be a... now we're going to bring up... So ball now is at the 34-yard line inside hash, and we got to get to the, looks like the 15-yard line. So pretty much 19 yards to go. So 1st and 19, or not 1st 19, but 2nd and 19. With 1 wide receiver flanked on either side of that football field. Ryan Henry barking out the signals, rolling to his strong side, far side of the football field, and he's going to throw another flag. So we're going to see what this flag is going to be called on. Okay, so ball now here. Looks like the inside hash or near hash at about the 34-yard line. Like I said, they got to get to about the 15-yard line. So third, the phrase is third and about a mile. So they got quite a bit now. There is another flag. So delay of game on the offense. So story of the game so far. So both teams have moved the football a little bit, but we've had some penalties kind of offsetting any of that positivity there. So usually you see a lot of times, early on in the season, especially this is week 1, you do see a lot of teams kind of getting a feel for themselves. So sometimes there's a little more mistakes in the beginning than they would like. So it's going to be timeout called on the offense. That is me on Scarborough. So they're going to have 2 remaining. And I believe Provision still has all 3 to their credit. So one of the coaches for Provision Academy, I believe he might be the head coach, talked to him briefly before the game. I believe is Derek Mason, I believe is his name. So he mentioned to me that he actually played at Alcorn State. So he kind of taught me how to pronounce it. I was saying Alcorn, but he said Alcorn. So like all day. So Alcorn State. So he got a chance to play with Steve McNair back in the day. So that's obviously one of the best teams ever historically in college football. So it was nice being able to chat with him briefly. So quarterback Orion Harvey going to go over the top, just overthrows his intended receiver. That literally would have been 6 right there. So his intended receiver is Cameron Davis. So that dynamic playmaker, we mainly see him, accumulating rushing yards, but definitely can get him involved in the passing game, and that's exactly what they were trying to do there. Okay, so this is going to bring up 4th down for Scarborough. So ball's going to be placed inside or near side hash, and this is going to be still in PVA territory at the 39-yard line. So Ryan Harvey barking out the signals, 1 receiver flank to either side of that hash. So Ryan Harvey with a little bit of pressure. Actually, that is going to be number 2. And number 2 going to take it, I believe, and he is. He's going to take it to the house. So first opening touchdown of week 1 and first touchdown of the evening for the Scarborough Spartans. So great job there. That's Cameron Davis, number 2. So Cameron Davis, like we said, at a phenomenal scrimmage last week against Wisdom at Wisdom, and he is not skipping a beat whatsoever. So Cameron Davis straight to the house. So young man, was looking at his credentials, amazing GPA. So I can definitely see him garnering some interest with service academies, Ivy Leagues, and other programs with high academic requirements. Also, of course, he can go to a school that doesn't have high academic requirements, but definitely I can see college football in his wheelhouse. So Orion Harvey, shotgun formation, they're going to go for 2, and he is going to call his own. No, 50 absolutely said, I don't want any of that, and he is going to almost horse collar him, but it was a lower hold. So great job there on the tackle there for number 50. I'm trying to get that. Dakarn Broussard the defensive end O-line. He is a sophomore. So great stand there. So it is going to stay 6-0 in favor of the Scarborough Spartans. Phenomenal evening, Thursday evening, like we said. So the heat index, it was just, the expression, it was just off the chain earlier. So the temperature was probably about 105. I'd imagine at the surface, if there had been a thermometer at the field, it would have even been warmer. So, like I said, what a way to get started here for the Scarborough Spartans. Cameron Davis to the house. Okay, so 6-0, 3:19 to go in the opening quarter here at Barnett Stadium, Houston ISD, HISD. So, like I mentioned earlier, trying to get some more HISD games under my belt. Kind of stuck to 6A for the most part. Last year, did a lot of North Shore, Atascocita, Humble ISD area schools. Did a little bit of spring. Some teams across the board, other teams within District 21, Summer Creek, you name it. So, first game for Scarborough, first game for HISD. I did some scrimmages last week that were HISD. So, a little bit of a squib kick is going to go to the near side hash. Looks like it's going to be brought down at roughly about the 35-yard line. So we're going to see exactly where that referee spots that football. So he is in a smack dab right at the 35. It is going to be the near hash, and this is going to be PVA's opportunity to see if they can go shot for shot with Scarborough, like we said earlier. So Scarborough was on the winning side last year, opening weekend, 30-8. So PVA trying to see if they can keep it respectable, and also try to see if they can come out tonight with a W. Their game, or their one lone win, I believe, was Kip East last year by a score about 16-8, whereas Scarborough's was 30-8. So it looks like they're going to call delay of game on the offense. So we've seen a few delay of games, like I was talking about earlier. That's not extremely problematic, especially week one. It's like trying to get the offenses in their normal rhythm. Sometimes it can take a little bit longer. So 3:17 to go in this opening quarter. PVA on the attack. So they're going to go from their own 30. Near hash, quarterback is in shotgun formation. We are now moving to twins formation. Looks like number 4 is going to be in the slot. We're going to get a timeout, so I believe this is going to be first charge timeout for PVA. So with 3:17 to go in this opening quarter, we are going to see if PVA can kind of get back in the thick of things. They are down by a score of 6-0 thus far in Barnett. Okay, so ball is going to be still at the 30-yard line. So PVA going to call from their own 30-yard line. So it's going to be near hash. So they are going to be near side hash. So at their own 30 is PVA. So we're going to go PVA. So at their own 30-yard line. So they have a blue, kind of blue shiny helmet, blue top with a little bit of white. Kind of like that one year, the throwback year, the 75th anniversary Cowboys, kind of reminiscent of that. But royal blue versus navy blue, and then we have the Spartans definitely kind of looking very similar to the Texas Longhorns. So first play there for this I believe it's the second drive for PVA. Kind of a minimal game at best, actually probably a loss. So we're actually going to see where they're going to square away that football. So it's actually going to be at the 31-yard line, so near hash. This is PVA, so number 10 is the quarterback. I believe that's Dalen Pickard, so I'm just trying to see if I can pull it up. Is Dalen Pickard? He is a junior, so he will have one more year of eligibility within Texas high school football. So twins flanked either side of this football field, near side hash, so ball is going to be smack dab on the 30-yard line. So PVA inside their own territory, and we're going to get another flag. There's going to be delay of game on the offense. So we've seen PVA being charged 2 or 3 times with delay of game. We've seen Scarborough a few times. Like I said, that's kind of a – I'm not going to say it's a normal thing in week 1, but, if this were week, 8, 9, 10, or 11, and we had this many delay of games, then I'm sure it'd be a lot different conversation post-game, the coaches and the players. So it's going to bring up second and long situation, what some people refer to as second and a mile. So looks like number 10, shotgun formation, twins flanked on either side of the football field. And number 8 with the big defensive stop there for Scarborough. So I'm going to try to see if I can pull up number 8. For Scarborough, that's going to be Tomas Almazan. So big fellow there, number 8. So doing a phenomenal job there on that stop. Okay, so PVA now going to be third, and again, third and long situation. So ball is going to be at their own about 25-yard line. So quarterback barking out the signal, shotgun formation, and he is going to unfortunately not connect with number 8. That was the intended receiver. That's Glenn Bonner, the junior for PVA. So we're saying PVA is Pro Vision Academy, PVA for short. PVA, they operate on the charter side of things. I think we're talking earlier. Head coach Derek Mason was mentioning their classification. They actually played their state championship at Bobcat Stadium, San Marcos, Texas, home of the Texas State Bobcats. So a little different scenario. You're going to have TAPS and you're going to have UIL play out of Jerry World. Also known as Texas or Dallas Cowboy Stadium in Arlington. So now 1:10 to go. This is going to be opening quarter here. So we're going to see where they're going to set that football. So moving the ball back yet again. So looks like false start possibly for PVA, so ball is going to be at the 21-yard line. So kind of near hash there for PVA. So this is going to be the first punt, what looks to be first punt of the evening for either teams. So punter kind of setting up in punt formation. The snap and is going to kind of go off the side of his foot and is going to kind of go bounce and then go bounce out of bounds between about the 30 and 35-yard line. So not the best punt scenario-wise, but then again, not the worst punt in the world. At least it did not get blocked. But on the Scarborough side of things, phenomenal field position. for Scarborough, and Scarborough has shown this evening as well as last year when they played each other that just in general, you don't like giving the other team the ball on the short side of the field, especially if the offense can do what it's been doing. So ball is at the 35-yard line near hash. It's going to be Scarborough Spartans with one receiver flank to either side of the line. So number 2, I believe, is going to be Cameron Davis once again. He is going to go try to hit the outside corner, and they are going to go in for the touchdown. So second touchdown in a row for Cameron Davis. So, like I said, he kind of had I'm sure he had a great year last year, but I believe, in my opinion, the coming out party was the scrimmage, and that scrimmage was last week against Wisdom at Wisdom. So Scarborough, a 4A team. They were taking on, I believe, a 5A team in Wisdom, and that running back had, I believe it was a 4-touchdown performance last week, so he is halfway there at this moment in time. He is 2. So Cameron Davis gonna call his own number, and he's gonna go in untouched for the touchdown / 2-point conversion. So now that 2-point conversion was a smart move because it was 12-0 because they were unable to connect on that previous point conversion. So ball it's gonna be 14-0 in favor of the Scarborough Spartans. So just in case people are tuning in right now, so it has been all Scarborough from the onset, 14-0 against PVA / Pro Vision Academy. Okay, so this is going to be the second kick off for the evening for Scarborough. So, of course, they received the opening kickoff. So, PVA has one kickoff to their credit, which was the opening kickoff of the evening. So, 23.3 seconds to go in this opening quarter here at Barnett Stadium, Houston ISD. So Cameron Davis, jack of all trades, Johnny on the spot. So he is actually going to signal the kicker. It looks like 55. No, actually he is going to be the one. So sometimes they put a guy to kind of rule it out. He is going to kick. So a little kind of somewhat of a squoo. Bringing the heat here is Scarborough. So Scarborough not messing around at all this evening. So that was a bone-crushing, bone-jarring hit there for the Scarborough Spartans, the kind of hit that you like on the special team side of things. Okay, so still PVA ball. Some people were thinking, a lot of players down there were thinking it might be a turnover, but it was not. So it looks like PVA going to maintain possession. But like I said, that kick returner definitely took a lick earlier. So 17.3 seconds to go in this opening quarter. So 14-0 is the score. The Scarborough Spartans leading the charge this evening. Okay, so they're going to be at their own, let's say, their own 39-yard line, so near hash here for PVA, and that's going to be quarterback Dalen Pickard, the junior quarterback. So it looks like we're going to go delay of game, I believe, yet again here for PVA. Okay, so ball near hash at about the, let's say, the 34-yard line here for PVA. So PVA on their own side of the football field. Okay, so we have here under center here for Picard. So Picard going to sweep it out to 4. 4 still on his feet, and he is going to get positive yardage, but because of that delay of game, he kind of was able to, kind of make that back up. And that is going to be end of the first quarter. 14-0 is the score. Scarborough over PVA.